Okay, so DBZ Kakarot came out back in 2020. Since its release, it managed to reach at least 4.5 million in terms of sales. This came out on the PS5, PC, and I believe it was on Xbox Series X. And since its release, people had nothing but good things to say about it. They liked the gameplay, the graphics, the dialogue, the fact that it's practically a remake of the Legacy of Goku series from the 2000s, which appeared on the Game Boy Advance. And I've been reading a lot online on whether or not this game deserves a sequel. That's been a hot topic for quite some time. And some people had said that the game doesn't need a sequel, it needs a prequel. And the thing is, it's something I agree with. If you do a prequel, maybe with Dragon Ball, the series that came before the DBZ series, that would be cool. And if they were to do a sequel to DBZ Kakarot, they could probably focus on the DBZ Super stuff and the storyline for all that. But let's be honest, DBZ Kakarot is nowhere near as popular as the likes of Dragon Ball FighterZ and Xenoverse 2. People want to see sequels for those two games for quite some time now. But at the same time, we're not going to get a sequel for either of those games. In fact, we're not even going to get a sequel for DBZ Kakarot because we're supposed to be getting Budokai Tenkaichi 4, which is supposed to be coming out sometime in the near future. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are stoked about that. And we're still guessing on what the main storyline is going to be about. My guess is probably going to be it's going to be focused more on the events of Dragon Ball Super. But who knows? They might come up with something creative, and it might make for good storytelling and a good gameplay experience. But we'll just have to wait and see when that's going to happen, when it's going to be released, what game system it's going to be on. But yeah, DBZ Kakarot, I feel, is probably one of the lesser of the popular games that we have gotten within the past couple of years. Aside from the Dragon Ball Breakers game, I mean, that game was just whatever. It's just you being a victim running from the main villains, and it's that's not really fun. But I think it was something new, and I guess it appealed to maybe a niche audience or whatever. But I do feel that DBZ Kakarot is one of those games that will be looked at years from now as being a classic, because it looks and feels like the anime, but slightly different. I do feel like Dragon Ball Z during the funny animation time period of the late 90s, early 2000s was peak DBZ. But I do feel that for the most part, DBZ Kakarot, it's going to be a game that is going to stand the test of time, probably a decade from now. And honestly, I thought we was going to get a Xenoverse 3 later down the line. That's something that could still happen eventually. I'm really hoping we get a FighterZ 2 or something like that in the future, because FighterZ is way too good of a game not to have a sequel. As far as Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is concerned, I do feel like this game deserves some type of sequel, if not a prequel, maybe hopefully focusing on, I guess, the Dragon Ball series before the start of DBZ during the Saiyan saga.